I guess the big question is, did you fly yourself here, or did you take a commercial flight?
Commercial flight, right? Yes. So in my airplane, so it would be a little bit long, a long way to go.
Why did you want to become a pilot? I'm just curious. I've watched your whole journey of getting your license and everything. Is that like a post-career job for you, or is it just a hobby? It seems like a pretty intense thing to do.
Why I started it because I during my life I always wanted. I was always I had this interest in aviation, in people who flies, and because we travel so much and we had these all flights like for competition and overseas flights, and I was looking, wow, these pilots, people, they do amazing stuff. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And I always like read about aviation, about airplanes and flights and everything. And here in US, actually, there is a lot of general aviation. It's so developed. There is a lot of flight schools and everything. So it was good time to start, and I just started. I really fell in love in aviation, and now, recently in April, I got my commercial license, and I really thinking to have this as my future career.
Nice. Well, now you've got the fighting career to do. I want to ask you about your last win. It was a big win. It felt like a big moment in your career. Did it feel like a big victory for you over kind of a recognizable name and a tough opponent?
Yes, absolutely, of course, and. Every fight is important here. Every fight bring you in a better position in the division. And of course, I didn't think about names or something. I just was thinking about how important the victory for me. And the event was before together with my sister, and it was first event when the first sister fights together, and it was very important to me to win.
It was curious because you guys fought pretty close together this time, but not the same card. Do you want to keep fighting on the same card as her? Is it a little difficult, to both do it in the same night?
I love to fight in the same night, yes, because it's same training camp. We have same atmosphere at home. It's all together, all the same. Even now, it's a little. Our fights are close together, but there is a little bit of difference because Valentina won her fight, and at home in our fridge you can find already cakes and ice creams and stuff like this. But when we are doing it together, so it's all the same.
It's tough because obviously at the championship level, title holders usually don't fight, maybe twice a year or something like that. I mean, is that okay with you? Would you be okay with, only fighting twice a year or something? Do you want to fight more frequently than she may be able to?
I would fight actually more frequently, yes, than 2 times a year. It just for me was last couple years that I fought this same like 2 times, and last year I had knee surgery. That's why I had this. But I hope this year it will be this fight and 2 more.
Match up with Andrea Lee. I know you said you don't think maybe about names and stuff, but she's been around a little bit. So what do you think about her as an opponent?
Yeah, she's good, strong opponent, of course. She had her last 3 losses, but with opponent on high ranking. So, and of course, it would bring her in situation when she's like will be more motivated for the victory because she would not want to have the loss number 4. And she would be more aggressive, and she's fighting at her home. She's local with people, full stadium of people, of fans and everything. Yeah, I understand all of this. I'm ready for all of this. And the one thing I'm caring about is just my performance. That's it.
I was going to ask, I mean, I feel like you and your sister both are very popular figures in the sport, but you said it, you're going to be in her backyard. Are you prepared to be maybe booed or be the, be the enemy on fight night?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the previous event, 261, showed how fans missing the events, how they want to assist events. And the event actually was so crazy because people started to cheering up for fighters from the beginning, from prelims, the first fight in prelims and till the end. So I believe they would do the same in this night, and I expect to have my Latin American fans here in Houston. So we'll see how it will go.
You do some training in Houston sometimes, right? So is it kind of special for you at all to fight here?
Yes, when we came to US here, we lived in Houston like more than 2 years. So it was our home here, and we have friends here. We have people who we know, places that we trained before. And yeah, every time we travel from Las Vegas to Houston, from Texas to Nevada, we stop with previous friends that we had and train together.
Last thing for me, I mean, obviously every fight you want to win, but does this feel like a big moment? Because you've had kind of some ups and downs so far, right? But you win this, got a little winning streak together, recognizable names. I think people might start to look at you as a real force in the division. So does this feel like kind of a big fight?
Yes, it feels exactly the big fight, just exactly for this reason, because yeah, I have ups and downs. So to move forward, to prove myself that I can do this, I have to have win and win and win and win. That's what I want to do. Yeah, that's why it's important to have this win after my last win.
Antonina, straight ahead. You mentioned Andrea's 3-fight losing streak, but 2 of those were split decisions, and a lot of people actually think she beat Lauren Murphy when that fight was seer. Did you think that she got an unfair decision in both of those losses, in her 2 split decision losses?
I saw her fight with Roxanne Modafferi, and Roxanne won this fight, so I think this decision was good. I didn't see exactly the fight with Lauren Murphy, but if it was split decision, it was pretty close. Yeah, so I believe the fight was pretty close, so it could go either way. So yeah, it makes her losses like less.
And then you obviously have extensive background in Muay Thai. You have a lot of titles. She has a lot of kickboxing and boxing titles. So what do you make of her striking inside the octagon?
She has good striking, yes. She has good, versatile striking technique. But she has good wrestling as well. I mean, good grappling as well. So I believe that I have to be ready for everything, because if something will not work to her in this fight, she would switch to another.
Antonio over here. Are you looking forward with her have the 3 losses to kind of go for broke and like just make it a street fight, like not a technical fight, just come out guns blazing since she got the crowd, she's local, and she kind of has nothing to lose?
We'll see, because it could be a strategy to make this like dirty fight or like something not technical. If it's not a strategy, it would be stupid, kind of, because yes, you're desperate for the win, but you have to be clever still, so you cannot just put everything in just doing something that not will work for you.
And you alluded to earlier about kind of getting on a consistent win streak. Is that a big thing for you to kind of get on a win streak?
Yes, it's a big thing for me, because this thing that allows me to climb up in the division. So if it will be up, down, so I will be in the same positions that I'm now, between 12 and 15 positions that I was in these years. So if I want to be better in top position, so I have to have win and win and win.
And of course, you didn't fight 261, but being there around the crowd in that crazy atmosphere, how much does that inspire you? You know, you were there in your sister's corner just to get that energy, and like you already knew, 7,000 people at prelims is unheard of.
Yeah. I mean, when I was with my sister in her corner for the event, because Valentina was fighting, and fighter, he cannot see all the general picture because he's so focused on his own. But I could see it, the general picture, and people were crazy. They were so supportive. They were cheering up so loud, and they were singing her name and everything. When I saw it, I thought, wow, this is. Yeah, I was in middle of my training camp, and it's kind of middle training camp. It's kind of always difficult because you're already tired, but you still have time to go, and it motivated me so much. Seeing all this picture of people, of fans and everything. And every time I was training and it was getting harder, I remembered that picture, and it remembered me why I have to keep going on the trainings.
And final question for me: how big is Saturday about sending a message to the division and letting everybody know you're here and you're focused on making a run?
Yes, I mean, this event is very, very important, and this fight is very important. As a fighter, I really have to throw away all different thoughts about making the statement or something like this. The important thing for me is to concentrate, to perform good. If I in this night will perform good and will do my game, I will win the fight and will be a great fight. Okay, thank you.